Did you know that nearly 42% of older adults who eat eggs every day are unknowingly weakening their legs instead of strengthening them? In 2021, Dr. Ellen Shaw published a study in the Journal of Geriatric Nutrition showing that when eggs are paired with the wrong foods, iron absorption can drop by more than half. For someone over 60, this means muscles tire faster, balance becomes unstable, and every step feels heavier. From my years of advising and researching health in older adults, I have seen these mistakes repeated at breakfast tables across America. People believe they are nourishing their bodies, yet the way they combine eggs quietly robs them of strength. Instead of supporting mobility, these meals create fatigue, slow walking speed, and greater risk of falls. Eggs by themselves are a powerhouse. They carry protein for muscle maintenance, vitamin D for bones, and choline for brain and nerve function, but combine them carelessly with dairy, fiber overload, or coffee, and their benefits vanish. The tragedy is that most seniors make at least one of these mistakes every single morning without realizing it. That is why today we will look at 3 food pairings that weaken your body and 3 alternatives proven by science to restore energy, protect independence, and keep your legs strong. Because after 60, nutrition is not just about what you eat, it is about how you eat. And that difference decides whether you keep moving with confidence or slowly lose the freedom of mobility. My dear friend, after decades of working with older adults, I have learned that health is rarely stolen in big dramatic ways. It is taken slowly, meal by meal, choice by choice. Breakfast is the place I see this most clearly. Eggs are supposed to be your ally, yet without knowing, you may be stripping away the very strength your muscles and bones need to stay steady. Research from multiple clinical nutrition journals confirms what I have witnessed for years. The way foods interact can either unlock nutrients or lock them away. For seniors, that difference is critical. Poor absorption means less iron carried to muscles, less calcium kept in bones, less energy delivered to the brain. The result is not just numbers on a lab report. It is the weakness you feel in your legs when you climb stairs, the shortness of breath on a short walk, the fear of falling when balance feels uncertain. What worries me most is how common this is. Surveys show that more than half of adults over 60 combine eggs with dairy or coffee at least 3 times per week. They trust old habits, but these habits quietly rob them of independence. And once mobility slips, recovery is harder. Weak legs lead to fewer walks lead to weaker hearts and stiffer joints, and the downward spiral continues. But here's the good news. Just as the wrong combinations drain your vitality, the right ones can restore it. Science has shown that pairing eggs with vitamin C-rich foods can boost iron absorption by up to 300%. Adding colorful vegetables increases uptake of antioxidants that protect your eyes and joints. Simple shifts create profound change. So today we will walk together through 3 food pairings you must avoid if you want to keep your legs strong, and 3 combinations that science confirms will help you stay active and independent. By the end, you will see that you do not need exotic supplements or expensive diets. You only need to know how to let eggs work for you, not against you. For many people, eggs and dairy feel like the perfect morning pair. Scrambled eggs with cheese, boiled eggs with a glass of milk, yogurt with toast. It seems nourishing and familiar. Yet research shows this pairing can silently weaken the very muscles seniors rely on most. A 2019 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition demonstrated that when calcium from milk and iron from eggs meet in the digestive tract, they compete for absorption. Calcium usually wins, reducing iron uptake by as much as 50 to 60%. For an older body already struggling with efficiency, this loss is critical. Iron delivers oxygen to working muscles. Without it, legs fatigue quickly, stairs feel heavier, and balance becomes uncertain. Many older adults describe dizziness or weakness after breakfast and blame age, when in fact their bodies are simply not absorbing what they eat. Over time, this lack of iron leads to anemia, slow walking speed, and higher risk of falls. Mobility declines not because eggs are bad, but because dairy blocks their benefits. Dairy creates a second barrier. Casein, the main milk protein, binds tightly to iron and carries it out unused. It is like wrapping nutrients in tape so the body cannot open them. This hidden loss slowly drains vitality from muscles. Seniors then find themselves tiring on short walks, needing to rest more often, and feeling less steady when carrying groceries or rising from a chair. I recall a retired teacher who proudly ate eggs with cheese and milk each morning. She believed it gave her strength, yet she complained of heavy legs and frequent imbalance. Blood tests revealed low iron. Once she separated her meals, eggs with vegetables at breakfast and dairy 2 hours later, her steadiness returned. She noticed fewer cramps and longer energy during her morning errands. The effects extend beyond mobility. Iron deficiency reduces oxygen flow to the heart, forcing it to work harder. The brain also suffers, showing up as memory lapses and mental fog. Thus, the wrong breakfast combination quietly undermines both cardiovascular and cognitive health. Still, the most visible sign remains the body's movement, legs that feel older than they truly are. The solution is refreshingly simple. Do not give up dairy, just give it space. Enjoy eggs with cooked vegetables in the morning, then yogurt or cheese as a later snack. Even a 2-hour gap prevents nutrient conflict. Another smart adjustment is adding vitamin C foods. Tomatoes, red bell peppers, or a glass of orange juice can boost iron absorption by up to 200%, making every bite count. These changes are not drastic, they are refinements. Eggs continue to provide protein and vitality, but by separating them from dairy and pairing them with vitamin C, you preserve strong legs, protect your heart, and keep your mind sharper. For seniors aiming to walk steadily and live independently, this adjustment may be one of the simplest yet most powerful choices at the breakfast table. Fiber is praised as a hero of healthy aging. It keeps digestion regular, lowers cholesterol, and stabilizes blood sugar. But like every hero, fiber can become harmful when it arrives at the wrong time or in the wrong amount. For seniors, combining eggs with a very high fiber meal is one of the most common mistakes. The mechanism is simple but often overlooked. Insoluble fiber, the kind found in oat bran, raw vegetables, and whole grains, acts like a sponge. It sweeps through the digestive tract quickly, carrying water and food particles along the way. When eggs are eaten together with large amounts of this rough fiber, important nutrients are trapped and removed before the body can absorb them. Studies in digestive physiology journals confirm that high-fiber meals reduce absorption of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K, as well as minerals like zinc and magnesium. These nutrients are essential for mobility. Vitamin D and magnesium support muscle contraction and recovery. Vitamin E protects muscle tissue from oxidative damage. Zinc aids in repair after small injuries to tendons or ligaments. When these are lost, legs feel weaker, walking speed slows, and recovery after simple exertion takes longer. Seniors may notice aching calves after short walks or stiffness in the knees after standing up. Over time, these small deficits raise the risk of falls and fractures. I recall an older gentleman who proudly built his breakfast around health trends. He mixed eggs with raw spinach, oatmeal, and whole grain toast every morning. On paper, it looked perfect. Protein, greens, and fiber. Yet he constantly complained of fatigue and sluggish legs by mid-morning. Tests revealed deficiencies in vitamin D and magnesium. His diet was not lacking in these nutrients. They were simply not being absorbed because the heavy fiber rushed them through. Once he shifted the fiber foods to lunch and kept breakfast lighter with eggs and cooked vegetables, his strength improved. Within weeks, he reported steadier balance and fewer dizzy spells. The impact is not limited to mobility. Poor absorption of vitamin D and magnesium affects heart rhythm, raising the chance of palpitations or irregular beats. Low vitamin E contributes to oxidative stress in the brain, leading to foggy thinking and short-term memory issues. So while the body stumbles on weak legs, the heart and mind also struggle quietly. Seniors often misinterpret this as inevitable aging, but in reality it stems from timing and food pairing. The solution again lies in moderation and separation. Instead of piling raw greens, oats, and bran into the same meal as eggs, choose gentler sides. Lightly cooked vegetables such as pumpkin, carrots, or spinach release nutrients more slowly and do not overwhelm digestion. Save the high-fiber oatmeal or salad for later in the day when your body has already absorbed the vital nutrients from breakfast. This way, fiber still plays its important role without stealing from the muscles and bones. Cooking also transforms fiber. Steamed or sautéed vegetables soften the structure, making them easier to digest while still delivering vitamins. This slower movement through the gut allows eggs to release their proteins and minerals fully. Adding a drizzle of olive oil helps absorb fat-soluble vitamins more effectively. Such small shifts can mean stronger legs, sharper memory, and steadier energy throughout the morning. Think of food like music. A loud instrument at the wrong time drowns out the rest of the orchestra. Too much fiber in the same meal as eggs silences the benefits of iron, vitamin D, and magnesium. But placed in harmony, fiber at lunch, eggs with vegetables at breakfast, the melody of health becomes clear. Seniors who adjust in this way often describe walking with more ease, feeling less bloated, and regaining the confidence to move freely without fear of falling. And while too much fiber can silently rob your body of strength, there is another common breakfast habit that drains your energy even faster: pairing eggs with your morning coffee or tea. For many seniors, a warm cup of coffee or tea at breakfast feels almost sacred. It is comfort, habit, and energy wrapped together. Yet when this ritual collides with eggs, a silent conflict arises that steals strength rather than giving it. The main culprits are tannins and caffeine. Tannins are natural compounds in tea and coffee. They are not harmful by themselves, but they bind tightly to iron and proteins. When eggs are eaten together with tea or coffee, iron from the yolk and protein from the white become locked in complexes that the body cannot absorb. It is like preparing a nourishing meal, but wrapping it in a net so the nutrients never reach the muscles. Caffeine adds another hidden burden. It stimulates acid production in the stomach, slowing protein digestion and irritating sensitive tissue in older adults. It also increases calcium loss through urine. For seniors already facing bone density decline, losing extra calcium each morning means faster progression toward osteoporosis. The result is not immediate pain, but gradual weakness in bones and joints. The impact on mobility is striking. Iron deficiency from blocked absorption reduces oxygen supply to muscle fibers, causing legs to tire quickly. Seniors often describe feeling heavy in the thighs or unsteady when climbing stairs. Calcium loss weakens bones, making fractures more likely from minor falls. Over time, these two forces combine: weaker muscles and more fragile bones. It becomes harder to walk confidently, harder to rise from a chair, and riskier to carry groceries without fear of stumbling. I once met a widower in his early 70s who began every morning with 2 fried eggs and a strong cup of black tea. He loved the ritual, yet he struggled with aching joints and constant fatigue. Tests revealed mild anemia and reduced bone density. The tea itself was not the enemy, but its timing was. Instructed to move his tea 1 hour after breakfast and replace it with warm water at mealtime, he noticed change within weeks. His legs felt lighter, he walked further without resting, and his morning joint stiffness eased beyond mobility. The damage extends to heart and brain. Caffeine-induced calcium loss burdens the cardiovascular system. Inadequate iron weakens oxygen delivery to brain tissue, resulting in foggy thinking, slower recall, and difficulty focusing. Thus, the simple habit of coffee with eggs quietly undermines energy, clarity, and independence. The solution is not to abandon coffee or tea, but to respect timing. If the drink brings joy, keep it, but shift it away from eggs. Wait at least 1 hour after the meal to enjoy coffee or tea. By then, the body has already absorbed much of the iron and protein. A gentle alternative during breakfast is warm water with lemon or a small glass of orange juice. These not only hydrate but also enhance iron absorption, especially when combined with eggs. Another helpful approach is caffeine-free herbal tea. Peppermint, chamomile, or rooibos offer comfort without tannins or calcium loss. They soothe digestion and complement eggs rather than compete with them. Many seniors who adopt this routine report calmer mornings, less bloating, and stronger energy throughout the day. Food is not just about nutrients, but about timing and harmony. Eggs provide protein, iron, and B vitamins critical for strength after 60. Coffee and tea provide enjoyment and alertness. Consumed together, they conflict. Consumed apart, they both support well-being. Recognizing this distinction may mean fewer falls, steadier steps, and sharper mornings. Small adjustments like delaying coffee may seem trivial, but they ripple outward over years. A stronger gait, a healthier spine, and clearer memory begin with what we pair on the breakfast table. For seniors aiming to preserve independence, avoiding this common mistake is one of the simplest yet most powerful gifts to their bodies. Now, my friend, we have walked through the three common mistakes that quietly weaken muscles, slow recovery, and steal balance after 60. The truth is, avoiding harm is only half of the journey. To age with strength and clarity, we must also know how to eat in ways that multiply the good inside every bite. Eggs themselves are not the enemy. They are a nutrient treasure waiting to be unlocked. The key lies in what you choose to place beside them on your plate. Science shows that certain pairings can boost iron absorption threefold, enhance eye protection, and even reduce painful inflammation that makes walking or climbing stairs difficult. In other words, the right partner food can turn a simple egg into medicine for your muscles, brain, and heart. So let us now turn from what to avoid toward what to embrace. Three golden combinations stand out, each supported by solid research and years of clinical observation. When used daily, they do not just protect but actively restore vitality. The first is perhaps the simplest yet most powerful: pairing eggs with foods rich in vitamin C. When seniors ask me what simple change can bring the biggest boost to their daily strength, I often answer with two words: vitamin C. This humble nutrient, found in common foods like bell peppers, tomatoes, oranges, and strawberries, has the power to transform how well your body uses the iron and protein inside eggs. The science is clear. In a 2017 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, researchers found that adding vitamin C to a meal increased the absorption of non-heme iron by up to 200 to 300%. That means the same plate of eggs can deliver 2 or 3 times more usable iron simply by being paired with a few slices of fresh tomato or a small glass of orange juice. Why does this matter so much after 60? Because iron is what fuels hemoglobin in your blood. Hemoglobin is the carrier that delivers oxygen to your muscles, especially those in your legs. Without enough oxygen, legs fatigue quickly, you walk slower, and your balance suffers. I recall a retired nurse who often complained that even short walks left her thighs burning. She ate eggs daily, but always with plain toast. When we suggested adding bell peppers to her omelet and a small citrus fruit on the side, the change was dramatic. Within a month, she reported feeling lighter when climbing stairs and no longer needed to rest halfway through her neighborhood walk. The eggs were the same, but the presence of vitamin C unlocked the iron her muscles had been craving. Mobility benefits extend beyond stamina. Stronger oxygen delivery supports faster muscle recovery after small strains, so you bounce back more easily from activity. A senior who gardens, walks dogs, or plays with grandchildren needs this resilience. Vitamin C also plays a direct role in collagen formation. Collagen is the protein that holds together joints, tendons, and ligaments. Without it, knees ache, hips stiffen, and balance becomes more fragile. Eating eggs with vitamin C not only fuels your muscles, but also strengthens the connective tissues that keep those muscles working smoothly. But the benefits are not only physical. Insufficient iron reduces oxygen flow to the brain, causing mental fog and slower reaction times. For seniors, this can mean hesitation when stepping off a curb or difficulty focusing while driving. Paired with vitamin C, eggs provide a steady source of iron that helps preserve mental sharpness. Researchers at Tufts University have linked higher iron status in older adults with better cognitive speed and reduced risk of falls, showing that brain and body strength are deeply connected. The heart also profits. Vitamin C reduces oxidative stress, one of the drivers of arterial stiffness and heart disease. When combined with the cholesterol-balancing proteins of eggs, the synergy supports healthy circulation. This matters because your legs rely on good blood flow to keep muscles nourished during every step. A poor breakfast pairing can quietly sabotage this process, but the right one can restore it. Practical solutions are simple. Start by pairing scrambled eggs with diced tomatoes and parsley. Or enjoy a hard-boiled egg alongside a few slices of kiwi or orange. A colorful plate not only looks more inviting, but also maximizes nutrient absorption. If you prefer savory flavors, roasted red peppers or lightly cooked broccoli make excellent companions to an egg dish. The key is timing. Have the vitamin C food at the same meal, not hours later, so it can escort the iron safely into your bloodstream. It is important to note that vitamin C works quickly, but must be replenished daily. The body does not store it in large amounts. Think of it as a key you must always carry. Without it, the door to iron absorption remains locked. With it, your body steps freely into energy and balance. For seniors seeking independence, walking power, and sharper mornings, the combination of eggs with vitamin C is not just nutrition, it is strategy. It is one of the most reliable science-backed ways to keep legs strong, hearts resilient, and minds clear long after 60. If vitamin C is the key that unlocks iron, carotenoids are the pigments that protect and preserve the body's most delicate systems. Carotenoids such as lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene are powerful antioxidants found in leafy greens, carrots, pumpkin, and kale. They guard against cell damage, reduce inflammation, and most importantly for seniors, protect vision and muscle endurance. Why combine them with eggs? Because carotenoids are fat-soluble. They cannot be absorbed effectively without the presence of dietary fat. Egg yolks provide the perfect natural fat matrix, allowing your intestines to capture and deliver these nutrients into the bloodstream. A 2015 study from the University of Illinois demonstrated that people who ate eggs with a salad of spinach and tomatoes absorbed up to 8 times more carotenoids than those who ate the vegetables alone. In simple terms, eggs act like a carrier boat, delivering these pigments directly to where the body needs them. For mobility, this pairing is a quiet game changer. Lutein and zeaxanthin accumulate not only in the retina, but also in muscle tissue where they reduce oxidative stress. Muscles constantly generate free radicals when contracting. Without protection, these radicals damage cells and slow recovery. Studies in older adults have shown that higher levels of lutein are linked with better walking speed and grip strength. By cooking an omelet with kale or bell peppers, you are directly feeding both eyes and muscles with the compounds that help them resist fatigue. Let me share the story of a retired carpenter who always feared losing his independence. He noticed his walking pace had slowed and his eyes tired quickly under bright light. After reviewing his meals, it became clear he rarely ate colorful vegetables. When he began preparing scrambled eggs with spinach and carrots 3 times a week, he reported within 2 months a surprising change: clearer vision when reading small print and less heaviness in his legs after climbing stairs. The improvement was not magic but biology: carotenoids protecting muscle mitochondria and supporting oxygen use more efficiently. The visual benefit cannot be overstated. Age-related macular degeneration is one of the leading causes of blindness after 60. It robs seniors of the ability to read, recognize faces, or move confidently outdoors. Carotenoids lutein and zeaxanthin concentrate in the macula, acting as internal sunglasses that filter harmful blue light. Eating them with eggs ensures maximum absorption, helping preserve vision for safer walking and driving at night. Without strong vision, the risk of falls multiplies, so protecting the eyes is also protecting the legs. Beyond mobility and vision, there are cardiovascular advantages. Carotenoids reduce LDL oxidation, one of the first steps toward artery damage. They also lower inflammation markers linked with joint pain. Many seniors who integrate egg and vegetable dishes notice not only improved stamina, but also reduced stiffness in knees and shoulders. Essentially, eggs plus carotenoids create a foundation where heart, bones, muscles, and eyes all support one another. Practical applications are straightforward: an omelet with spinach, kale, and a sprinkle of cheese if tolerated, or baked eggs with zucchini and pumpkin for a softer option on sensitive teeth. For a lighter plate, boiled eggs served alongside roasted carrots or sweet potatoes deliver the same synergy. Consistency is the secret. Sporadic servings help, but daily habits protect. Think of it like oiling a hinge. Do it regularly, and the movement stays smooth. The message is simple: eggs without vegetables are good, but eggs with colorful vegetables are medicine. They extend muscle endurance, guard vision, protect the heart, and reduce inflammation. They transform breakfast from a routine into a protective ritual. For seniors determined to walk with strength, see with clarity, and age with dignity, there are few choices more powerful than the marriage of eggs and carotenoid-rich vegetables. Among all the foods that quietly protect seniors from decline, the allium family, garlic, onion, shallot, leek, deserves a special mention. These humble vegetables, so common in kitchens worldwide, contain sulfur compounds that interact with the natural sulfur in eggs to create one of the most protective combinations for muscles, joints, and long-term mobility. Here is the science. Egg yolks naturally carry sulfur amino acids, molecules that the body uses to build glutathione, its master antioxidant. Onions and garlic contribute additional organosulfur compounds such as allicin, which not only fight bacteria and inflammation, but also stimulate the same antioxidant pathways. When eaten together, eggs and alliums create a synergy. Glutathione production rises, joint inflammation decreases, and muscles recover faster after effort. A 2020 study from the University of Copenhagen found that older adults with higher glutathione activity had stronger leg function and lower risk of falls, showing exactly why this combination matters. Mobility benefits are evident. Lower inflammation in the knees and hips means less morning stiffness and greater walking speed. Many seniors complain not of weakness, but of pain holding them back. By cooking scrambled eggs with sautéed onion or garlic, they are actually feeding the body compounds that reduce joint swelling and protect cartilage. The result is smoother movement, safer balance, and more confidence outdoors. Let me tell you about a retired postal worker who had persistent knee discomfort. He rarely cooked with garlic because he disliked the smell, but after learning about the science, he decided to add finely chopped garlic to his weekend omelets. Within 6 weeks, he noticed not only less pain, but also a renewed ease in climbing stairs. He told me, "It feels as though the hinges in my knees have been oiled." That is the anti-inflammatory magic of sulfur compounds at work. The benefits extend to muscle resilience as well. Sulfur is essential for forming connective tissue and maintaining tendon strength. Without it, muscles tire more easily and injuries take longer to heal. Think of ligaments as the ropes stabilizing your frame. If they fray, movement becomes unstable. Allium compounds supply building blocks that keep those ropes strong, and when paired with eggs, absorption and utilization improve. Beyond mobility, there are protective effects for the cardiovascular and nervous systems. Garlic is well documented to reduce blood pressure and support arterial flexibility. In combination with eggs, which provide choline for brain health, you get a breakfast that lowers strain on the heart while preserving cognitive clarity. Researchers in nutrition reviews highlighted how garlic extract improves endothelial function, the ability of blood vessels to dilate, which translates to better circulation for both muscles and the brain. For seniors, this means steadier walking and sharper reaction times. Practical approaches are simple. Sauté onion and garlic lightly before adding whisked eggs for a quick scramble, or bake an egg and leek frittata for a hearty option. Chopped chives sprinkled over a poached egg deliver milder allium compounds for those with sensitive stomachs. For the fullest benefit, cook gently. High heat can destroy some active sulfur molecules. Keeping it slow and fragrant ensures the protective compounds remain intact. Consistency is again the key. A spoonful of garlic once a month will not protect your joints, but weaving alliums into daily egg dishes gradually builds resilience across the body. A simple pairing on your plate today might prevent a stumble on the sidewalk tomorrow. The message is clear. Eggs and alliums are not just flavorful, they are functional. They quiet inflammation, strengthen connective tissue, boost antioxidant defenses, and protect both the heart and brain. Together, they provide a shield that lets seniors keep moving, keep walking, and keep living with strength and dignity. My dear friend, after walking together through these lessons, one truth shines clearly. It is not the egg itself that decides your health after 60. It is how you eat it. 3 simple mistakes can quietly weaken your legs, slow your steps, and cloud your memory. Mixing eggs with dairy, loading them beside heavy fiber, or washing them down with coffee or tea may seem harmless, but each one steals vital nutrients from your body. The result is less iron for strength, less vitamin support for muscles, and greater strain on bones and balance. Yet the good news is even stronger. Small refinements turn breakfast into medicine. Three golden combinations stand ready to support your energy and independence. Eggs with vitamin C-rich foods open the door for iron absorption, restoring vitality to your muscles and clarity to your mind. Eggs with carotenoid-rich vegetables preserve vision, protect muscle mitochondria, and give you steady legs for safe walking. Eggs with alliums reduce inflammation, strengthen connective tissue, and ease joint pain, allowing you to rise and move with less resistance. The common thread is mobility. After decades of caring for seniors, I have learned this. The single greatest predictor of independence is how well you can keep moving. When the legs weaken, everything else falls into risk. Falls, fractures, loss of confidence, loss of freedom. By nourishing your body correctly, you are not only preventing disease, you are preserving the dignity of movement itself. Think of each meal as an investment. Each time you choose the right pairings, you are feeding your future ability to walk to the park, climb the stairs without fear, or dance gently at a family wedding. These are not small victories. They are the milestones of a life lived with strength. So here is my encouragement. Do not throw away eggs. They are one of nature's simplest gifts. Just let them shine by choosing what you put beside them. Eat with mindfulness, with curiosity, with care. Give your body the respect it has earned after carrying you for so many years. If this message touched you, please share it with someone you love. Maybe a friend who always eats eggs and coffee together, or a parent who feels their legs growing weaker without understanding why. Share it not out of duty, but out of kindness. Because sometimes the smallest change in knowledge can prevent the greatest loss in life. And if you would like to continue learning gentle but powerful ways to protect your body, subscribe to this channel. We are building a circle of thoughtful souls walking together toward healthier, more independent years. Your next step begins with your next meal. Make it a step toward strength,